It's been a while, and it's been a day. And so here I am, talking about love. Always talking about love. Love is all there is, really, underneath it all. And I've had a day parenting, and my 6-year-old hit me today pretty hard. He's had some feelings, some rage. And I don't believe in punishment in the sense of how do I explain this? So I'll just let you know how it all went down. Him and his brother were having a little go at each other, and I was kind of letting them get on with it, and then it got physical, which is new. They're 4 and 6. I'm sure it's the beginning, just the beginning. 2 boys, and I keep looking out the window to kind of digest all this. I intervened, and my big boy, who's 6 and strong, ended up running up to me and punching me square in the gut. And I sent him straight to his room. I didn't know what else to do. That was my reaction. And then thought about how to proceed, and then heard lots of, just in a destructive mode. He was in a rage. There was a lot of anger there. Now, underneath anger is always fear. Fear is the root of anger, and there's been a lot of changes in that little boy's life. Me and his dad getting together, splitting up, and now in a very stable co-parenting situation. And we're working it. It is what it is, and we're working it well. I've got a new partner. My son's not long met my ex-husband's partner, so it's just a lot, and he's 6, and summer holidays are ending. You just don't know. You don't know with kids how they're, with anyone, how they're processing things. And so up I went, and I ended up phoning his dad just to ask for his input. And that was an interesting perspective. And in the end, I kind of got on with it in the way that I felt was most present in the moment, because answers are always in here, right? If we can get present and come from love. And so my son continued to point his anger towards me. Now, we've always taught, me and his dad, that feelings are feelings. They're okay. There are no wrong feelings. And when there's that energy, it's not okay to point that at people. So that's always the message. There's no wrong feelings. You're not bad for feeling anything. And there's healthy ways of releasing that energy. Now, he's 6, he's learning. And he started throwing some wooden things at me, and so I ended up giving him some space just to kind of maybe let that out. And then he came looking for me. And in the end, I ended up holding on to him, finding a way to hold him, to embrace him lovingly. And that's the key, right? Is that I was in love. I wasn't in fear. I wasn't in anger. I wasn't in frustration. And I held on to him, and I held him down on my bed. And I looked at him, and I told him that I love him, and I told him that I forgive him. And it's all okay, and he's okay, and he's safe. And that went on, I don't know how long for. I'm really not sure. And some more things unfolded where he was out of the house and all safe, you know. And it was interesting coming at it with a knowing of who he is, who he really is. He's not his anger. He's not his actions in those moments where he's overwhelmed. And just being able to hold space for that with strength, with certainty. I also had my 4-year-old at certain points adding some laughter into the mix. We have wrestles at times, right? I had one very upset boy just holding on to him, loving him. Oh, my 4-year-old just jumping on my back. Like, oh, wrestle. Not right now. And it's just me here, right? It's just me. So finding a way to manage both. We ended up outside in a park, which is perfect. And it's interesting watching the bargaining that can go on. And, you know, my big boy, Kai, my 6-year-old, he really wanted to go to his dad's. And that could have happened. And it felt really present and important to show him that whatever was going on in his thinking that wasn't making him feel like he wanted to be in my house in that moment, it wasn't true. It's our thinking that gets in our way. It's our thinking that creates the fear and the anger. It all starts with thought. And so in the end, I mean, at one point he said, "Mum, I'll come into your house if we can watch a movie." I was just like, no, we're not doing that. It was getting late. And in the end, we had a lovely bedtime. And we had a little chat about it. Because I'm a little bit tender. And that's just what happens. And he said to me, you'll be all right tomorrow, won't you? I said, darling, I'm all right now. You know, and I want you to know that I love you and I forgive you and I know who you are and you are amazing. And he said, Mum, you already told me that and I could hear you. So that was rather wonderful. Because something that's been present recently for Kai is he finds it very hard to let things go and to move on. You know, he's got a 4-year-old brother. They're very. It's interesting seeing the difference between a 4 and a 6-year-old. Where 4-year-old's very in the moment, and Finn will get sort of attached onto doing something that Kai doesn't want him to do, and then you know we'll move through it. 5 minutes later, Kai will be like, Finn, I really don't want you to, whatever the thing is. And it's like, but we moved, but like, that's back there now. You don't need to bring that back in. And now I get to demonstrate to him, as I said to him just yesterday, Finn took Kai's turn when we were playing some cards, accidentally. It meant Kai didn't get the pair. We were playing like a Animal Family game. It was accident, and Finn put the cards back so that Kai could pick them up. And I said, do you think you could forgive him, Kai? And he was like, no, can't do that. And I got an opportunity to demonstrate forgiveness today. And I get the opportunity to demonstrate that life moves forward. There isn't anything that I could do that would make him learn from that, apart from for me, the forgiveness piece, showing him the power of it. There isn't anything to hold on to. He had a big bundle of emotions, and an action came out of him. Was it a kind action? Was it a good action? No. And today, this evening, I wanted to absolve him of any guilt. I don't want him thinking about that again. And the thing to focus on is how wonderful he is. Get him strong in that. Get him strong in love. So that when fear shows up, he can faster and faster come home to that. Well, that's one of my journeys today. There's been a lot of nuggets, and I think that's all I've got for now. So thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Let me know if this brings anything up for you. Leave me some of them comments down below. And if this sparks anything up and you'd like to have a conversation, then reach out, get in touch. I'd love to talk. Loving you.